Blessed afternoon, collective. I'm fucking bored. So what happens next is I'm gonna pull a reading because I'm bored and I've been sitting in it all day and looking at the boredom, sitting in presence of examining the feelings of boredom, and I'm kind of done with that. I have had my fill of being that. And I feel like pulling on April because it's about here. I mean, there's still stuff happening this week, but it's consistent. Still a pressure cooker, still happening. It's all, energy doesn't just change. It's a lot of energy, and it is consistent. It stays the same. And it comes in waves, it comes in layers. And this month, April, I was just looking at the aspects. Again, I'm not an astrologer. I like to feel what they feel like. See how it makes me feel, and then equate that to how it may play out at the societal level with other people. It's a time to get real. It's a little bit of face the music energy to me. In regards to our emotions, it's time to get real about how we feel because what you feel is real, right? It not only creates reality around you, it's the most real thing. What you feel is everything to you. You're the one experiencing it. You're the one living in this, in swimming in your own energy. And if it doesn't feel good, it's time to look at that. It's time to take some action, at least to look seriously at and accept that we've been putting the happy face sticker on the gas gauge and it's empty. We've covered the whole gas gauge and it's in the red. That's it. That's what it is. There's no fuel there, no joy, no life. I'm not specifically saying this is you, viewer, but that's societally what the energy is. It's time to stop denying dissatisfaction, to really look at the shit that we've been letting sit and that we've been sitting in, the things we've been stuffing down. It's gonna get harder and harder to fake happiness inside and out. Harder to keep up the mask, the image, the facade, the act. We are not going to be able to continue this bullshit anymore. And the first half of the month is pushing to look at that. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening with Taurus specifically. Of course, we'll be moving later on into Taurus season, but on the 3rd, Mercury moves into Taurus. And of course, the North Node is in Taurus as well as Uranus right now. That is a unique combination of energy. Taurus is usually very stuck, right? It's the bull that's stubborn. It's trying to push a bull, right? You know, that they just dig in their heels, they're not gonna move, that kind of energy. Everything environmentally is shifting in just the right way over and over again to try to get this bull to fucking budge, to just take a step, to realize he's standing in his own shit, essentially. Why would you not want to move? That's what all of this is. There's a lot of interesting interaction with Saturn as well. On the 5th, Mercury, which has moved into Taurus, has a sextile with Saturn in Pisces. Having to look at these emotions, having to learn about our own emotions. If you're gonna sit there, you're gonna sit there and look at this, basically. With the Sun having a conjunct with Chiron at the same time. You're gonna clearly feel this. It's time to feel and heal. Then we got a full moon in Libra. Venus has a sextile with Neptune. bringing a new wave of emotion in. Then Venus goes into Gemini, which is a very kind of confusing place for it to be. On the same day, the Sun has a conjunct with Jupiter, and Venus trines with Pluto. It's messy. It's the way that I feel it. It's getting messy inside. Again, we can't, the pot has been boiling, it's been boiling over, and now if nothing has been tended to, it's not just the lid rattling, it's fucking spewing. It's foaming, it's spewing starch. It's when you try to boil rice and you just can't stop it from boiling over, and it's getting everywhere. It's on everything. There's no pretending that this isn't happening, at least internally. Then on the 14th, right in the middle of the month, Saturn in Pisces sextiles the North Node. On the same day, Venus has a square with Saturn. So Saturn interacts with the North Node in a positive way. It's working with the North Node. They're working together. And then it has a tense aspect, a type of oppositional aspect with Venus. To me, that just feels like emotional upset is the clearest way that I can put it. Some sort of clear presentation of this is not what I want. This is not good. This is not happy. It's not healthy. It's not serving me. It's not serving anybody else. This is, I don't like this kind of energy. There's a lot of uncomfortable truths. On the 14th, there's of course the second new moon in Aries, back-to-back Aries new moons, just hammering home the energy, pushing for new beginnings and creating a desire for them as well. On the same day, the Sun, which moves, I believe earlier that day, that's when it moves into Taurus, I think, squares Pluto in Aquarius. So again, we have Taurus in an uncomfortable oppositional aspect with an energy of tremendous change, essentially. It just keeps coming like this. It's every flavor of don't want to move, don't want to change versus it's time to fucking change. It's just every combination of that energy is playing out. And I feel that on this particular day as these uncomfortable truths, an actual witnessing of the patterns again, and hopefully an inspiration, a desire to make a change, hopefully a desire to start fresh. Because right after that, we have Mercury in a sextile, Mercury in Taurus, again, this Taurus energy, in a sextile with Mars in Cancer. I feel that as a sudden emotional clarity, perhaps a painful one, but just a sudden experience of the other side of this emotion. Again, when we know what we don't want with clarity, we know what we do want with clarity. So the universe is showing us what we don't want so that we finally make the decision to walk away from it, to realize, oh my God, it's 8 broken cups. Oh, I've been eating glass this whole time and I don't like that. And I have an option to stop suffering. I can walk away from this. Then at the end of the month, this is where it feels like it starts to shift. The 25th, the Sun sextiles Saturn in Pisces. Combined with, so we have on the 24th, 25th, and 29th, interaction with Cancer, Sun interacting with Pisces, emotional clarity again, and then Mars in a sextile with Uranus in Taurus. Do you see all this Taurus energy? The stuck thing that needs to shift, where the North Node is, where Uranus is, trying to affect this revolutionary change. And then all of the energies of clarity, emotions flowing, lessons being learned, trying to take this forward action, trying to break loose all of this stuck, stagnant energy to create the impulse, the desire to make a change. This is what the universe is doing. It keeps coming. It's going to keep coming in waves. But this is a big one. It's the big one. You know, it is the 50-foot tidal wave that is coming in to really just try to hammer this loose, break it the fuck loose, and wash it away, because in May and June we have things shifting another direction. And to me, I feel a desire, an impulse to express and share this. It feels like the same energy that I experienced, because I can only interpret through the lens of my own experience, that I felt as my relationship was beginning to end. I was in a 10-year relationship up until last year, and at the beginning of that year and a little bit the fall the year before is when I started to feel this type of energy. It was my clinging on, but slowly, bit by bit, having these realizations of, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. Something is wrong, and then denying it, pretending, trying to go back, trying to do the same things, trying to reboot, you know, just repeating the same cycle, going, no, la 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 la, it's all fine, because this is comfortable, because this feels safe, because it's all I know. 10 fucking years. It's a long time. It felt safe. Even though it didn't feel good, it was familiar. It was comfortable. It was routine. It was stable. It was stubbornly me standing in this going, no, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it work. It has to work. It's gotta work, because I don't know what else there is, and that's terrifying, because I don't know where to go from here. And that scares the ever-living shit out of me. But slowly it became undeniable, because things kept happening. There were events beyond my control, universal events that just thrust into my face this awareness again of, hey, you gotta look at this. Not just this other person and behavior, but your own behavior. Look at how you are responding and reacting to this. Look at what you are doing, how you are feeling, your thought process, and recognize it's not healthy. This isn't working. And it happened again and again and again. And I could hear the death knell, and I kept fighting it. And the universe was insistent. Finally, it became too much. Finally, bless her heart, my partner, following her own intuition, broke up with me. She was the one to finally say, this isn't working, something isn't right, and I can't do it anymore. And I fought that too. Oh God, I fought like a lion against that, like a scared lion. But it's the same energy to me, because this energy has been in the atmosphere for a while. It's a part of Earth's ascension. It's a part of the awakening of humanity and the collective soul. I was just on an earlier wave. I caught an earlier wave of this, and there were those who caught yet earlier waves before me. It's been something slowly coming in, lapping in. And at first the waves were more subtle. And then they got a little stronger, and now they're getting bigger and bigger, and this is the fucking tidal wave. All of this energy has been repeating, as energy does, but getting stronger, because it's trying to break people loose from karma. It's trying to bring an end to these cycles, to break free this stuck, stagnant, old energy that manifests as old patterns. That's how we keep it going. These ancient cycles that it's time to be done with. They are finished. They need to close out. They have served their purpose. The lessons are learned. Now we let them go. That's how this works. And that's what this energy feels like to me in a powerful way. So now that I have given my whole spiel, if you're still with me, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm just gonna pull on April and see what the universe says. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be anything to do with what I just spoke about. I could be totally off. It could be something completely different. That's just the way it resonates for me. So, yeah. Use your own intuition. And I am open to receive whatever message the universe has today about this. But it is Two of Cups. It is about soul contracts and connections. The ones that are dead, that it's time to let go of. I'm drawn to the fact that it's two roses. You know, one of these is dead. One of these is dying. One of these needs to be let go. The other one is fresh. It's coming in to replace. It's the fresh energy coming in, but we have to let go of the old energy so that the fresh can fully take its place, essentially. What's underneath that? Fuck, the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah. Oh, there is so much soul nurturing to be had, and it is just, it's the rise of empathy. Okay, I'm not the person, it doesn't matter. I didn't come up with this, but it doesn't fucking matter. All of this is about the rise of divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is a lot of things. It's intuition, it's soul nurturing, it's very warm, it's loving, it's open-hearted, open heart chakra. It's empathy. It's feeling emotion. It's actually feeling and flowing with your emotions, letting your feelings be your guide in the world rather than the brain, the masculine logical ego energy. And that's it's the primary part of what this tidal wave is. It's a tidal wave of feminine energy. The heart chakras have been forced to open wider and wider and wider by these waves coming in, eroding the guards around them. This is just breaking it all loose. Again, it's going to become impossible not to feel and not to experience and have to look at these emotions. It will become very clear because it's the rise of the feminine, the Empress underneath. That's a delicious sandwich. Oh, the finest energy of the Empress, the most loving, nurturing, balanced, and it's those lessons being learned, the fawn from the Page of Pentacles. But a Queen of Pentacles sandwich with the bread being Two of Cups and the Empress. It's time to let go of the dead rose that is no longer serving us. It's time to let go of the karma, to let it close out, to let it wash away, because this delicious, warm wave is coming in of just feel good emotion and good feeling manifestations. And it's pushing for a decision. Yeah, absolutely. There has to be a conscious choice to let go. That is how this works. You are the divine deliberate creator. What you say goes in your reality, in your experience of reality. There must be conscious permission, a deliberate releasing of the old and allowing of the new to come in. That's it. That's all it is. It's allowing. It is allowance. It's just when you let go of the cork, it pops to the surface. When we stop holding up the umbrella, right, as Abraham Hicks says, against the rainstorm, we realize everything raining down on us and around us is blessing. It's just releasing that resistance to it. Stop standing in the shit. Take a step out of it, but you have to be the one to make that choice. The collective has to make that choice. The masculine energy has to make that choice. It applies at every level. What's underneath that? 5 of Swords. Yep, yep. We've been standing in it for a long time, rebooting this for a long time, saying again and again, maybe I can just make it work. Maybe I can just, this was me. Maybe I can just pretend. Maybe I can just make it work. Maybe I don't have to make a decision. I don't think that's gonna work well. It's not gonna work well for anybody. The Fool underneath that. It's time to take these leaps. When you follow the heart, you're following love. Love is not afraid. Love doesn't fear anything. Love knows. It's gotta leap. It leaps in faith. It takes risks because it knows everything is safe. Everything is to its benefit. That's what the Empress energy knows. It's time to take these leaps. Everything is pushing for this. Absolutely everything. The Fool, bookending the 2 of Cups. It's just, again, it's time for one of these roses to go, so the next one, the fresh one, can take its place, and just backing everything up on top is Judgment. It's time for the new. Yes, there is a lot of reboot kind of energy in this, but it's a fresh start energy. It's not the same. It is Phoenix rising. When the Phoenix dies, it burns its past self. That's what that is. You know, it self-immolates. It destroys any shred of previous identity. It's setting this old rose on fire. There's no going back, right? We are moving forward. We are rising with the feminine energy. That's pretty powerful. Do it Steve style. Just saw the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to build some new connections. Why am I here? Why are we here? What are we talking about? And we're talking about April. But, you know, why? Man, it's gonna be a powerful month. They're all powerful months. That's just like, that's what it is. Yeah, holy shit, it's the Lovers. Come on. Because the birds are in the air. It's time for the love geese to come together. It's time to make this choice. It's time to get a move on. This plane, the doors are closed. The engines have been started, right? We've done the pre-flight safety check. We're about to take off. We are about to take off. We've been cleared to take off. We're pulling away from the gate, right? That's where we are right now. There's, you know, if you're gonna stay on this plane, you're gonna be on this plane. If you're gonna get off, you're gonna flag somebody down right now, and it better be for a damn good reason. Because yeah, these geese ain't pulling over for nobody. That's just what it is. Let's cut the cards just to freaking see. King of Wands, time to get real. Again, backing up. Just, yeah, this energy feels like it backs up what we were talking about. It's time to get real. No more superficial bullshit. No more pretending we don't feel emotions. No more hiding them. No more hiding behind the hood, right? It's no more hiding behind the ego, the masculine energy. It's time to make a decision. It's time to strike. It's time to get a move on. Gotta get real about those emotions. So let's pull a reading on April. Just tell me about the month, I guess. I always kind of pull from the angle of the soulmate cycle being someone who is within it, but it is with the intention of expressing this in a collective fashion. Because I am interested in the ascension of Earth and humanity as a whole. That is my interest, my focus. Is what I'm doing here in general. Wow, okay, yeah, that's it. Overall energy, wow. It's 10 of Cups. One of these is a disappointment. The life we thought was the dream, and we thought it was the dream because it matched the dream others gave us. That life, it's not it. It ain't it. It's realizing the real dream is actually still out there. And we have a choice to move towards it. But we have to make that choice. We have to leave behind the perceived disappointment and appreciate it for showing us this isn't it. You can't know what is it if you don't know what isn't it. That is how it works. With clarity. All right. Energy of connections. Energy of the mind this month. Open. 3 of Cups. We're ready to roll. We are ready to roll down the runway. The door is wide open. The energy is wide open. It's flowing. The emotions are flowing. There should be communication flowing. I don't know whether or not that's going to happen. We'll see what the cards say. But it's open. The valve is on. Everything is lit up and ready to go. What's in the middle? Fuck me, the sun. Come on. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to know what you want, to have a desire. Oh, and it's that warm, nurturing, it's passion. There is a lot of passion here. It's the encouragement to follow the heart, to follow the good feeling. If it feels good, it is good. Follow that. That's it. That's your whole reason. You don't need anything else. The feeling is the reason for itself. Leave everything else out of it. Just follow the feeling. Oh, I like that. It's a lot of clarity. It has the potential for forward movement. The clarity is important. So what's in the soul position? 10 Cups. I called it 10 Cups. It's 10 Pentacles. Here's the 10 Cups. It is realizing that this can be made real. That in one level, that what we've got now, for a lot of the masculine energy, again, this applies internally, externally, at every level of society. It's realizing we have a chance to change everything. We have the ability to follow our heart, to achieve our dreams by doing so. That's a beautiful top row. And it's the soul is lit. Again, soul wide awake, ready to go, ready to rumble, flowing with this. The energy is moving smoothly. It's just flow with the energy. Just let it take you. Just be receptive to it and follow it. Just that. Let the emotions express. Let the cups flow. It's Pentacles, but it's tied directly to this 10 of Cups. And it is also, again, just a lot of emotion. There is a huge amount of emotion that will be flowing this month that is just undeniable. So just feel it. Follow the good feeling. That's it. What's the hidden energy? Red with the 3 of Cups. Come on, it's the Emperor. Everything I just said. Turn off the brain. That's what this energy is endeavoring to do in all of us at every level of society and energetically. It's encouraging the ego, the masculine, to surrender control and just follow good feeling, to stop trying to put out the sun, to stop trying to plug the ears against what we really want. against the desire. Stop pretending that you want this when you really want this. And you're gonna know both with clarity. Really don't want this, really do want this. It's trying also to bring this to balance. The masculine energy, the feminine energy is rising tremendously because it wants to come to balance. The energy is balancing itself. That's what it wants to do. And again, balanced energy for us, physically manifested, emotionally manifested, feels like positive, what we call positive emotion. It feels like joy, it feels like interest, passion, happiness, all of these things. It feels like peace. I fucking love this. Final outcome position, which way this is pushing everything, which way the wind is blowing. 8 of Wands. That would imply there's a strong potential for communication of some kind, and that I'm not talking about a specific person calling you on the phone and saying, I'm sorry, I love you. That maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't matter. What this is saying is it works. The energy flows all the way through. The pipes get cleared out. The clog gets unclogged and shoots out the other side. The way that plays out is in infinite varieties, and it doesn't have to be one certain way. Ultimately, all the universe is trying to do is bring this energy to balance. That means a lot of internal communication with the self. It means external communication. It can just be masculine energy saying, I don't want this and I'm moving in a different direction. That doesn't have to be a specific direction. It's about closing out the karma. It's about letting go of the old patterns and just moving forward, just flowing with the energy, letting it express. But I fucking love that. I mean, there is communication in it. Underneath the 10 of Cups, it's still, there's a lot of fear in relation to the masculine about moving towards this Queen of Pentacles. And some of the masculine energy is going to make the decision to move towards it, and some of it is not. That's okay. They'll keep feeling it. I'm just showing you the cards in order. They will keep feeling that excruciatingly. It's just going to get stronger for that energy. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. It's you, eye on the prize. Eye on the freaking prize, right? That let everything else go. This is about you, viewer, divine feminine, because I know that's 99.9% of the energy that I have attracted here. This is about growing your energy so that collectively things come to balance. Everything comes up you doing this. Forget about the fucking masculine. It doesn't matter. They're here, they're learning lessons too. Let them learn their lessons. Forget about a specific person, blah blah, whatever. Let that shit go. Be grateful that they showed you with clarity. If somebody isn't gonna open up emotionally enough to be on your level, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's gonna become extremely clear too, if it isn't already. It's, there's a strong potential of some of the runner energies coming back and attempting to communicate, but doing it in a very kind of way. And when that happens, you go, oh, this is what I was waiting around for. This, you still can't admit to, oh, that's, I don't know. Thank you very much, but I think I'll pass. That energy is here too. And you grow from that. Everybody grows from that. The net result is everything is to your benefit, Empress, because it always is. So let's clarify. Little witch is going to clarify for us. This is beautiful. It's flowing. It's easy. It's going to be just obvious what the emotions are, positive or negative, again. And yeah, the soul is wide awake. This just follow the light, follow the good feeling, follow the spark wherever it leads you. And on the equal and opposite side of if it feels good, it is good, and follow that. If it feels bad, leave it alone. Walk the fuck away from it. You don't need that. Leave the thinking behind. That is a big part of this lesson. Leave the thinking behind. And the fear. You're not gonna never let fear motivate you one way or the other. Whether it's fear of doing a thing. If you're afraid to do a thing, well then lean into that fear and do that thing. If you're afraid not to do something, stop, pause, listen. There's nothing you're gonna miss out on. You cannot miss out on the path of destiny. It's filling in beneath your feet. So just trust the soul. There's no reason to try to logically rationalize any of your emotions. Just pay attention to the fear. Know that everything is coming to you. All of your blessings are delivered to you, and just be open to receive. Don't place any specific expectation or limitation, because that's what that is, upon it, other than you receive your blessings. They are coming. They are coming. I mean, judgment again, and karma. A lot of this, you're closing out the karma. I don't know why I felt this specifically as a message for the divine feminine, but that's what it is. The masculine's closing out karma too, but they have a different lesson to learn in doing this. It has to do with being vulnerable. This is about just trusting your intuition, trusting your soul, following the good feeling, flowing with the energy. That's it. When you let the energy express, when you express with it and just follow it, you're good. You're flowing and blowing on and floating down this river of life. And yeah, there's contrast. There'll always be contrast. That's a good thing. We want contrast, again, to give us clarity about the things that we desire. And then you just keep flowing with it. You just let it take you. I just saw the Two of Cups as I was closing this. Curious what was on top? The Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I wanted to say forget about the masculine energy. There's new stuff. There's better stuff. There's better stuff coming in. A lot of these connections, the whole point was just to raise your energy. That's it. The whole point was your lesson was to help you grow and build your energy so you could attract the real destined shit. I'm just saying. That's how I perceive it. Anyway, tell me about this Three of Cups. What's going on with this Three of Cups? Why is this here? I'm just saying, I have at least 3 masculine energies. That's not like a flex. It's just the way my life happened. I've had at least 3 interactions with masculine energies that ran. The situation was, hey, there's something here, there's chemistry, I like you, blah, blah, blah. And the other person energy said, yeah, I like you too, but we can't be together because blank. And then they disappeared. So that scenario. I don't give a shit if I ever speak to any one of them again. They got some stuff to do. They got some healing journeys and some growing and everything, to get to on their own time. I'm not a part of that. I don't care. I am grateful to have met them and had that experience, because I know every time with more clarity, oh, don't want that. Thank you very much. Beautiful person. I love you. Have an excellent life. Thank you for helping me grow my energy. And yeah, I'm open to whatever happens in the future, but I know with clarity what I want, because I know with clarity what I don't want. We had a card jump out. Why is the Three of Cups here? Because it's time for this shit to come to balance, because the feminine and the masculine are flowing together. Yeah, because the Emperor energy is feeling the feminine, is feeling the Empress, and it feels good. And if it feels good, it is good. There's a growing realization of this. You see the theme that's happening. What's on top? The King of Wands. It's a little bit of what I just talked about of you don't want the King of Wands. You don't want the Burger King. Let the Burger King stay the Burger King. Some of them are gonna stay the Burger King. As Steve says, some of you got a super fuck with, okay? That's just what it is. I don't give a damn about being politically correct. Everyone is part of the same self. We're all in this together. But some of this energy is just gonna stay behind. It's got more learning to do. That's okay. It's gonna catch another plane. Focus on your plane. Focus on your vacation to Tahiti. You're gonna get there and be enjoying it and mixing and mingling with the other energies that came along at the same time, on the same wave. Just worry about that. That's gonna be a great time. Leave the past in the past. This is a part of that old baggage, old cycle energy shit that you don't need to carry forth with you. And it's time for the Burger King to be let go of within and without. Because this stuff is coming to balance. Just, be your own divine counterpart. What's read with the King of Wands, the Seven of Cups. How do I put this? It's just, again, it's, okay, the divine feminine energy knows which one of these cups has the good stuff. This is very confusing to someone who is in King of Wands energy. It's an overwhelming choice. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion there, that too, and it is flowing, and it's gonna be flowing. It's not gonna stop flowing. But again, you don't need or want to be with someone who is confused by love. I'm trying not to be too harsh about this, but it's the truth. And it's just knowing with clarity within yourself what you want and trusting that. You don't care about flattery. We're not looking for ego connections anymore. We're looking for the soul nurturing shit. the stuff that really feels good, and it's coming in. I mean, it's when you find that emotional fulfillment within yourself, you accept nothing less, within or without. But the Burger King's gonna have some choices to make. The masculine energy is going to have to make some decisions this month. And that's just it. Whatever they decide is clarity for the feminine. Doesn't matter what direction it is, it's clarity for the feminine. If there's communication, there's clarity from that. If there's not communication, there's clarity from that. Again, the net result is the feminine wins. Which is within all of us. This is not a war. There is no opposition. There is no other person even. There are no people. We're all presence. This is a collective soul. But just let everything be to your benefit, because it is, regardless. Tell me about the sun. Why is the sun here? Okay, 9 of Pentacles jumps out, so I guess I'm done. Wow, there's just flowing with the energy of this month is powerfully transformative. Just letting it take you. And again, flowing with the good feeling. It's a lot of that. It's liberating just to follow good emotion, good feeling emotion. That's your intuition. It's liberating just to be vulnerable, just to express yourself. That is liberating. You realize, you have clarity in doing that, that it doesn't matter what anybody says or thinks or does at the other end of it. It's about you, following you, expressing you, being your authentic self, sharing your cups, sharing your truths, without giving a damn what anybody else does in response to that. That's liberating. Powerfully transformative. Yeah, what's right with the Nine of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles comes back, balanced, stable, secure in the self, realizing there is no threat, there is no danger or risk in all of the universe. It's all stable. This is one collective being, and it is well. It is well-being. That is the true state, that is the natural state, that is the state of this collective entangled, quantumly entangled photon, bundle of photon, light, love, life. It's good. And it is valuable. It is realizing your inherent worth, your inherent divinity, your freedom to express and be exactly as you are, and to know that it is right exactly as it is, that it need not be any specific thing, it need not satisfy one single other person except you. All that matters is that you're satisfied with yourself. That's it. And you are fully capable of doing that internally by just following and expressing emotion. And that gets hammered home this month as well. Tremendous growth. Yeah, that feels really good. And this plays out again at every level. This is all ultimately pushing for the balance of masculine and feminine within society as a whole, within the collective soul. So, what's this 10 of Pentacles? Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles in the soul position, which feels like this coming to balance. Essentially, I mean, all of this does. It's a very positive change. I really like the flow of this. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles here. What is this here? Just heard let it take you. Just let it take you. Oh, you're gonna like this. What is it? Oh, okay. 2 of Wands reversed. I still got some reversed cards in here. Yeah. It is fully letting go. I feel like we're past the intention setting stage again. We're well beyond that. It's time for this to move, for this to take place, to take happen. It's time for this to take happen. It's this wand, the one that has been held onto, that the universe is trying to wrench out of Taurus's hands, the masculine energy's hands. It's being released. It's been released in the soul. It's time to move past the intention and into the manifestation. And I looked underneath, and it's the 2 of Cups. Again, it's profoundly balanced. It's the balance of masculine and feminine within the soul. And it's also time for these soul contracts, again, same thing as the pre-shuffle, to come together. It's time for the old ones, the dead ones, to wash out, the ones that were karmic, which is not a dirty word. It's a beautiful thing to have a karmic contract and teach lessons to one another. But those lessons have been learned. It's time for those cycles to close so that the new ones can come in. What's on top? The 5 of Pentacles. It's time for this to come in from the cold. It's time. This energy is here to warm things up. It's heating things up. It's exciting the atmosphere. And that's a part of what is creating this clarity and inability again to ignore emotion. We can't keep the soul quiet anymore. We can't leave it out. It's coming to lead. It's stepping into the forefront to guide us by the good feeling. What's red with 5 of Pentacles? 3 of Cups. Yep, circles straight back around. It's just flow with the soul. It's on. Again, the soul is on. It's lit. It's functioning. It's all the valves are wide open. The pipes are flowing. It's good. It's ready to roll. This plane is ready for liftoff. It's time to have this celebration. It's time to come in from the cold by inviting our soul to the forefront. By letting the soul lead, letting the soul be that third party energy that guides our decision making. Yeah, it just feels good. It just feels good. And if it feels good, it is good. That's all you need. That's it. I'm going to turn this 2 of Wands around. I'm uprighting them as I find them, but they all get a chance to be reversed. Why is the Emperor here? Tell me about the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. Can't fight this feeling anymore. I will tell you that much. No, I mean, none of us can. None of us will be able to fight feelings, but the masculine energy specifically, this is somewhat in relation to that. I mean, well, obviously it's the Emperor. Can't fight the rise of the feminine within, the rise of empathy, of emotion. And he's gonna have to make a decision one way or the other. Or the decision is being made much the same way it was in my life. The decision was made for me, right? I got broken up with. And I'm immensely grateful for that. That was a karmic situation. Again, not a bad word, not a dirty word, something I'm deeply appreciative for. That needed to come to a close. It had been looping for a long time and it needed to end. And so the decision was made for me by the universe, by my partner, who, thank God, listened to her own intuition, her own soul saying this needs to stop. Why is the Emperor here? Does that look familiar? Oh. Because it's time to stop pretending. Again, it's time to give up the ghost. It is time for the Burger King to relinquish control, to stop pretending that everything is okay when it's not. This is the phony 10 cups. This is the white picket fence, looks good on paper, love that's hermetically sealed, kept in a box in the freezer, the back of the fridge, you know, and we take it out on special occasions and when we have people over so we can point at it and say, look how lovely it is. It's all shit. It's all bullshit. The universe wants to make that very clear. There's these masculine energies running around just smiling as they're chewing on glass. It's obvious. Yeah, and the universe is trying to help shift that. Don't worry about it. It's undeniable even to them at this point. What's on top? 7 of Wands. Yeah, they keep trying to stuff it down. There's gonna be some of them who just keep trying to stuff this down because they don't know how to handle it. They don't understand what real happiness is. They just don't. And the universe will keep working with them to lead them to growing and developing. It's not your problem. It's not just, yeah. If somebody runs from you, you let them run. And you don't worry if they ever come back. They will never forget. They'll never forget you, because the reason they ran was they caught a glimpse of real happiness, real love, potential for the real dream, but it meant being vulnerable, which is their lesson. That is the lesson for the masculine energy, is to be vulnerable. And some of them are still just fighting this kicking and screaming. That's okay. Let's see what's read with the Seven of Wands. Maybe that changes. Well, the High Priest, it's a little bit of both. It is a little bit of spirit. First of all, this can be the box. This is why they keep stuffing it down, why masculine energy keeps trying to avoid being vulnerable, because it's not what they were told to do. And societally, this applies. We're told to repress. We're told that things are dangerous, that emotion, strong emotion, God forbid, is dangerous, that following intuition is dangerous, all of these things. And it's a tough box for ego to break out of. That's why the spiritual awakening and ascension journey can be a little rough at times. It can be a bumpy road because we make it bumpy when we fight it. And the masculine energy is fighting it. It's a cautionary tale. Don't fight the flow of the energy. Let it flow. Let it take you. It's going to, one way or the other. Spirit, the High Priest, the Hierophant, is going to deliver this lesson. Okay, that's my rant. Yeah, what's under the Ten of Cups? That fucking Five of Swords. Again, can't make this shit up. We have a Two of Pentacles in between on this one, but it's still Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords. The masculine energy is going to have to make a decision, and they're going to be faced with the fact that they can't take a shortcut. There's no shortcut available. It's be vulnerable. That's it. That's your choice. Whether that is specifically towards an individual as the feminine or just towards the feminine energy in themselves, it doesn't matter. They're going to have to open up. The energy is, Earth ascends. Humanity awakens. It's happening one way or another, no matter how much anyone or thing tries to fight it. That's just what it is. We're all gonna have to feel and express and flow with the energy, and the more you lean into it, the more comfortable and enjoyable this is, and more beneficial. It's all to your benefit, always. It all is. Just lean into it. Take these runners and this masculine energy as a cautionary tale of how miserable it is to live all puffed up and afraid of feeling emotion and expressing it. Just flow, receive. Everything is a blessing. It's yeah. Trust your intuition. Why is the Eight of Wands here? This is the final outcome card. It's which way the wind is blowing. It's forward movement one way or another. That's it. And it's clarity one way or another. It's read directly with the Sun as well as the Three of Cups. No matter what, things are moving forward. That's it. But why is this Eight of Wands here? I'm very curious. Okay, just had two cards fall out. I'm gonna take those in addition to what I pull on top. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Because again, the soul is lit. Because no matter what, you grow. No matter what, your soul is growing. It's expanding. Things are moving the direction that you intend them to. You intended as your highest self when you designed this path for yourself. Before this incarnation, before the last 15 incarnations. Everything is moving the direction that it is designed and desired to. by yourself, by the highest self. It's all flowing. It's all wide open. On top of that, fell out, the 10 of Cups came back with 8 swords. I want to say again, just don't worry about it. Let go of thinking that it's going to become again very clear how we trap ourselves. How we trap ourselves by not expressing emotion, by not expressing truths, all of which are just different ways of flowing with the energy. Honor the emotion within you, honor the truths as they come to you, express them without fear and without regard for how they are received or any outcome. Just honor it. And there are gonna be some energies that don't get it. That's okay. You don't have to worry about them either. They will be fine. Everything is happening the way it's intended. There are other waves coming. There are other planes coming. Don't worry about it. Board your plane. This one is ready to take off. It's ready to go. Just flow with it. They will catch another plane. No one is left behind in ascension. No one is left behind in this process. That is promised. Even the energies that ultimately cling to the density and descend as opposed to ascend, even those will just play out karma until that's done, until the end of that cycle, that life cycle, and will transition back to non-physical with all of us in the same place where everybody is together, and they'll have a chance to incarnate on New Earth where everything is a lot cooler, where everything is different, is kinder, is gentler, where the energy is easier to flow and where the lessons are easier to learn. It's okay. Just, yeah. And that will take place because of your flowing with this energy, because of your commitment to growth. The compassionate, loving action many times is to walk away. That's why we walk away from 8 broken cups. You don't got to get in your head about it. It's okay. We're done with suffering. We're bringing an end to suffering now. That's closing out. We're releasing that as a thing which no longer serves the self. It's a self-limiting belief. It's a self-limiting pattern of behavior that we've been conditioned into by ego. We've played through it. We've learned that lesson. We're walking away from it now. We're walking towards the real thing, the real dream, the real happy family. What's on top? 7 of Swords. I'm not totally sure. I feel a couple things with this. It is a part of that we can't bullshit ourselves this month. And really we can't cheat this energy. You can't be cheated out of this. You can't cheat your way through it. What's read with the 7 of Swords? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, it is a message for the masculine, about the masculine, that yes, some of them are gonna try to cheat their way through it, and that is the message. That's clarity for you. If you smell the bullshit, don't accept it. Walk away. Politely decline. And understand that's helping you grow your energy and theirs as well. Everybody benefits. But there's no way to avoid making some kind of decision this month for the masculine. It's just what it is. The feminine is flowing and blowing and coming to balance in herself with the masculine energy. No matter what, it's coming to balance. It's moving the way that it should. Whether or not specific people follow along with that, doesn't matter. The energy is coming to balance. That's what matters. And that is bringing in things at a new level for everybody, for everything. It's assisting in this creation of an elevated frequency of reality, co-creation of reality. And yeah, don't worry about it. Just, you don't be deceived. There's no way you will be. Really, there's too much clarity here. And a part of the clarity is just seeing the bullshit a mile away and realizing, I don't care. I don't care about your bullshit. I'm done with that. I'm done bullshitting myself. I know what feels good, and I know part of that feeling good is following that good feeling. That's it. I'm free. I'm free all by myself. I didn't need you, Divine Masculine. Thank you for helping me realize this. I don't need anything. I'm good in me. I'm self-sustained and self-satisfied. And that's really it. I mean, that's how you attract, that's how we build at a new level too. To realize, first of all, everything that exists within. There is no other. There is not really a without. But ultimately, everything that we think we want as a physical manifestation, we want because of the way we think it's going to make us feel. When we realize we have the power to feel good without a physical manifestation, without anything changing, you can do it in that moment. You can find that feeling and milk it, bask in it, and follow it, in fact. Then you're golden. You are set. You are stable. The world is your oyster. Final message from the universe. Final message. I'm going to take it from the bottom, please. Final message from the universe. I don't know. Summarize this. Whatever else you want to say. It's been fairly clear. Keep shuffling. I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, it could just basically be a summary of all this. Oh, yeah. Temperance. Yeah, it just, everything is, you're good. It's balanced. It's solid. It's stable. It's profoundly healing. Well, I said I was going to pull from the bottom, and then I started to pull from the top, so yeah, fuck it, we're pulling from the top. That's just what it is. 3 of Pentacles. 9 Cups. Oh, yeah. Which Temperance is crossing. Temperance crossing 9 Cups. Come on. That's just, oh, it's good. It feels good. Yeah, there's new stuff coming in. There's so many soulmate connections. The ones that the universe wants to build with are coming in. And it's been building towards this. Again, it's that domino effect, that it's been laying these dominoes for a long time. And they're ready to tip. They're ready to tip. And some of what that domino effect includes is pushing out this old runner energy. Is actually letting go of it. It's removing it. It's washing that away. Because there's new, delicious, balanced stuff coming in. Let's start with 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, in fact, it's actually been a burden. It's actually been, the universe is breaking it loose so that this new stuff can come in. Yeah, what's under Temperance? Oh my God, the Ace of Cups. It's all working in your favor. Divine Feminine viewer, if you're here watching this, I pull these readings for myself because I am myself. And any action that is not taken selfishly cannot even possibly add to the collective good. It has to be selfish. It has to be for me. And I'm just saying, this feels good. There's good stuff coming in. Way better, the real 10 of Cups, not this Burger King runner bullshit. No, that was just preparing for the real deal. That was the lesson to help us grow this energy, to help us bring in this wave of divine feminine rising. And it's flowing, it's blowing, and the real stuff, the real long-term, balanced, stable connections are coming in. And look at this. Seven of Swords crossing, actually I have it backwards. 9 Pentacles crossing 7 Swords. We had 7 Swords read directly, actually crossing. It reverses this. This is the ones on the outside. In one layer, the bullshit energy is being washed away. It's a liberation from the bullshit energy. And it's allowing all of these truly divine connections to come in. And they've been on the outskirts. They've been watching for a while. That energy has been watching and waiting. I'm not talking about specific people, but people will be attached to it. People, places, and things will be attached to it. This energy has been on the outskirts for a while, waiting for the opportunity to come in. This is the chance. It's all being blasted wide open. It's all available and is coming in now as a result of the growth of the feminine energy, the lessons that we have learned, and in particular, the flow of energy that comes in over the course of this month. That's what I have. It's beautiful. If you remember nothing else, just temperance crossing wish fulfillment, balance, stability in the self, within and without, flowing with the soul. I love it. I'm excited for this. I do intend this resonates. It resonates with me. I'm a lot less bored now. There was a reason for me to pull this reading, and if it's, whatever. But I intend this resonates. If it does, I would love to know. Just because I see it poking out, I bumped the cards, and at the bottom of the deck is the Lovers, the overall initial energy from the beginning. So yeah, the plane is in the air. The love geese are in the air. It's time for this shit to take off, to get popping. If this resonates, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, whatever feels good to you. Follow the good feeling. And I hope you have a beautiful, fantastic, fuzzy, warm feeling evening, because you deserve it. As always, and always in every vector of time and space. I fucking love you.